have you worked with partners, whether they're businesses or nonprofits or community members, whoever you would consider to be a partner in your organization, to improve your mentoring program? So I'm going to start with Kelly.
One of the partners we work with has been Bloomingdale's Department Store. And that partnership actually came from another national partnership with Mentoring USA. It's a New York-based nonprofit that is invested in increasing mentoring opportunities throughout the country. Bloomingdale's Department Store in New York has been involved in mentoring in the New York area for years, 12 or 13 years. There came interest to bring mentoring to the Chicago Bloomingdale's market. But I think one of the things, when you think about partnerships, you have to think about where you are, your community, who you're dealing with, and your city. And Chicago is a city of neighborhoods, and we're not New York. So it's a different scenario when Bloomingdale's employees can hop on a subway, or actually from what I really learned, walk 4 blocks to PS 59, and they can mentor and tutor once a week. Chicago is different. We have a public transportation system, but certain neighborhoods, certain people we don't go to. And so one of the things we had to do was lay out a plan that made sense for Chicago. If we're in the Gold Coast, the partnership actually fell in my lap, really when I was kind of just starting and getting everything going. But I had a school that I was working with. I said, I think it'll be a good match. The school was a go, and we laid out something for Chicago Bloomingdale's. We said, we're primarily a group mentoring program. How do we bring this group mentoring structure to them, which is very different from what they do in New York. And what makes sense to get Bloomingdale's employees to our schools, but also we wanted to expose our girls to Bloomingdale's downtown and the Gold Coast. I mean, how many kids have been downtown? That's one thing. Some of our kids haven't. And if they've been downtown, have they been to the Gold Coast? And a lot of them not. And have they been exposed to a department store like Bloomingdale's? Maybe they've been to Macy's, but they haven't been to Bloomingdale's. And the honest to God truth is, many of us, really until I started this partnership, I had not really been to Bloomingdale's either. So it was a new experience for me too. So what we did was, our focus is to make sure girls are good communicators, because I'm a speech pathologist by training, so I'm very invested in communication. So we have a partnership where there's an exchange. The Bloomingdale's mentors make visits out to our school, our after-school programs. They work with the girls there to develop the relationships there, but then part of the exchange is that the girls get to go to the store. They go to the store, they get a store tour, and they learn all the different career opportunities that are available just in the retail industry. Who knew that there's public relations at Bloomingdale's? Visual department, what do they do? Loss and prevention. The kids just love the fact that they're plainclothes security guards and Bloomingdale's. That just like blows their mind. Alterations. Those are departments that you don't get in A.J. Wright or Marshall's. And you see them grow. They get exposed to the different, there's 65% female employee base in Bloomingdale's. So when we're talking about conflict resolution, why you can't come to school and cuss out your teacher because you had a bad day in the morning, it translates well when we're introducing them to their Bloomingdale's mentors, and they get to go for job shadow days. So if you get a job and you had a bad day, can you come to, work, manager of Bloomingdale's department store, and can I cuss you out because I'm having a bad day? Or can I, chew out customer A and B? And the lesson is absolutely not, or you will lose your job. But why can't I wear leggings, Bloomingdale's, they wear black uniforms. I got black leggings. Why can't I wear that on my job shadow day? And it was nothing better, and I'm sure the manager does not know I tell a story, but it's powerful. I can say you shouldn't wear leggings, that's not professional. The teacher can say that, mom can say that, but to hear the Bloomingdale's manager come down, and she said, I get it, leggings are fashionable, they're cute, but they're not for the workplace. And they're still fighting about it. She turns around and flips up her jacket, and she says, would you want to see this in leggings? The conversation was over. And so here now, they're exposed to a whole different cross-section of people that they would not normally be exposed to, who are echoing the same consistent message, that professionalism, your body language, how you present yourself, how you want others to think about you is important. And that's been one partnership with the business, and we've been wildly successful. So we've expanded not only from the 2 downtown stores to the Old Orchard Mall too. So we bring this experience not only to 6th and 8th graders and high school students. Now our kids as young as 2nd grade are learning what happens in a department store. So it's a powerful experience for our girls. It's a powerful experience for the employees, because maybe they've never been to Woodlawn, but now they carpool. And we've kind of organized and laid it out. They come from downtown, from the Gold Coast, and they come down to Woodlawn and hang out with the girls in the school. And it's nothing better to see kids who started with you in 6th grade, who had never been to the Gold Coast. When we bring in new girls for the first time and they're walking in the door of Bloomingdale's, and the new girls are nervous. We've had girls pass out, you know, from the experience. But the new girls are nervous, and the older girls who've been there like, you know, I come to Bloomingdale's all the time. This is what we do. So I'm invested in that, because now the Gold Coast of downtown Chicago is Concord territory. They probably will feel much more comfortable going for those first jobs in the Gold Coast because they're familiar and we've exposed them, and they've had some good experiences and experienced some success in that area. That's why we do what we do, and that's been a business partnership that's been extremely successful for us.
The Hyde Park Transitional Housing Project was founded in 2002 by the Hyde Park Cluster of Interfaith Communities, and we're patterned after the rich communities of DuPage County. What we do is we house 2 to 3 families within a year. We pay their rent, we pay their utilities, we try to furnish their homes as best with donations, and they're paired with mentors. They come in weekly. We try to have 2 to 3 mentors per family. They visit the families weekly and work with them on their budgets, on work setting their goals, or whatever they need, getting income, so that after they have to work with us to get the first year, and after they work with us through the first year, and they get the second year of free rent from us. What they're asked to pay back is the security deposit in pieces, which we return to them if in fact they've minus damages to the apartment. The majority of our support comes from churches, from businesses in the Hyde Park area. Like we're about to have our fundraiser. Our yearly fundraiser will be the first week in March, which will be at St. Paul Redeemer Church. I hope that many of you here will come. What we serve is called the Taste of Hyde Park. 25 restaurants historically give food, and various businesses give services or other donations, which is what we use, the income from this fundraiser, to house the families. We get donations from many churches, from the Hyde Park Interfaith Council. First Unitarian is one of the churches that definitely is one of our continuous main sponsors. Many other churches have donated space to us. They donate for training, like Ellis Avenue Church, Augustana Church. So we also get support from organizations like the Hyde Park Kiwanis. They have a Rich Uncle program in which our clients got a $50 a month stipend from them if they're performing. They also receive from them baskets for the holidays. We're trying to pair up with some other organizations to try to get clients that have been involved in training programs with them to lead the clients that we put in our future apartments.
I'm the recruiter on the board, so one of my jobs is to recruit mentors, and I'm listening with open ears too for ideas. I have visited local churches, and the recruiter before me did the same, and to present after their service, local religious communities, to present after their service, something about what we do, why we do it, and to try to get people to volunteer as mentors. Because a mentor it's a medium-sized commitment, I would say. At least an hour a week, maybe a couple of hours every other week. But you have to get to know the person you're mentoring, because you can't come down and impose what you think they should do. You have to listen to what their goals are. They write their own goals. So I think it takes a person with a mature outlook on life. Who knows it takes time to take steps. Sometimes people get depressed. I've mentored someone who got depressed also, and how to present resources in the community that can help the person. So we're lucky to have a case manager who worked in Child Protective Services or adoption for years. We also have some young people who work in the public schools who know a lot about community resources, that service mentors. So I am having a hard time recruiting more mentors, but I also say that when I go to the doctor, meet a mature person who I think would make a great mentor, I talk about what we do, and have actually recruited one person that way. So I welcome ideas.
Turn it over to Monique. You can pass the mic.
How we have worked with partners to improve our mentoring programs, we have about 3 different types of partnerships. So we have student partners, professional partners, and our corporate partners. For our student partners, for example, here at the University of Chicago, we've been on this campus probably for about 16 years. And so it started off with just student volunteers coming in wanting to make a difference. And then about 5 years after, they started a registered student organization. So now we are affiliated with the university. We have an executive board of students who they go around campus, they recruit for us, they're part of the university fabric, so they get funding and they help support the students. And so that it's a little bit easier for us because we are already built into this university. And so every year, we're part of the fabric. So that portion of it, when we get our student support, that partnership is a little bit easy because it's based on their schedule. We run tutoring during their time when they're here in class. So when they're on vacation, when they're out, we don't run sessions. When they have read-ins, everything like that, we don't have programs. So we cater our student population based on their schedule. Our professional relationships, whereas we have partnerships with some of our corporate partners, where we may send students down to a site downtown, or we may go down to the Gap and have some tutoring. Again, the communication needs to be set in the beginning. What type of relationship do you want with us? Are you looking for something long-term? Are you looking for something short-term? What type of investment? And then once we get that clear, then we set it up. We have some professional partners who want to do something once a month. And so they'll do more of the Saturday dreams where they take our kids on field trips, or they'll come in and do some cooking classes. We've also partnered with Chicago Cares, and again, they give us a list of different things that they offer. And so we'll look at it and say, okay, we need volunteers for a Read to Me program. So they'll send volunteers over every Monday consistently to partner with our preschool kids and teach them how to read. So again, I think setting that standard in the beginning and those expectations and laying them out and saying, okay, this is what we want as an organization, but what are you looking for? What type of experience do you want? Because in the long run, those volunteers will come back every year. Like our retention of volunteers is great. Like again, our founder, a lot of our board members have been with the organization since its inception, so 26 years. And so again, understanding what type of commitment, because our organization is a long-term commitment. We don't do drop-off services. We don't do every once in a while you have a new kid. A lot of the families and the kids who've been in our program have been a part of it since preschool, now graduated from college. So again, that expectation long-term, making a difference, making it clear. So for us, I think just the impact of communicating clearly, laying out in the beginning, this is what we're looking for, Is that a match? And then if it's not a match, well, let's see, maybe we can put you in this area. We don't want to do something once a week. We do yearly cleanup. So figuring out where they want to fit. So they'll come in and continue to be committed each year.